Alright, welcome folks. We're here at 7,000 feet, headed to Beaufort.
Probably approach.
Just wanted to discuss checklist usage. I use the checklist. May not always see it on video because I keep my checklist over here. I use what I refer to as a flow. I use the checklist as exactly that, as a checklist, not a do list. So I do my little flows, and then we go back to the checklist, make sure we've done everything, completed all the items. We'll talk about takeoff first, since that's what I've done so far.
2701, contact Greenboro approach.
Takeoff, it's got full throttle, 2,700 RPMs, oil pressure, rotate. It's got a little asterisk for 85, and that's based on a little asterisk saying, see if I can find the little asterisk, but it has to do with field, wind conditions, all that. Adjust speed as needed for conditions. It says 85, and then 105 is VY, and then gear up. But I typically don't rotate right at 85. 85 is right at VMCA, minimum controllable airspeed. I like about 90, which is right between red line and blue line, right around 90 knots before we rotate. I don't get real aggressive with it either. I just kind of rotate nice and gently.
1,900 climbing 6,000.
Positive rate, gear comes up, you're looking for blue line. By the time I do those, I do that quick flow. By the time you get the gear up, you're going well above blue line, so you're good. You're safe if you lost an engine. Wait until 90 to rotate, and I had an engine problem, I would just abort right there. Chop the bottom. Especially if we had a long runway. And our climb check says 136.
The Archer calling in standby, remain clear of the rally quest, Charlie.
That's a two-engine BY speed, basically, right? Best rate, two engine. But we typically do a cruise climb if we don't need to for terrain or obstructions or whatever. Once we're at safe altitude,
762 rally departure, yep.
which typically happens pretty quick
762 rally
in the
departure,
bear.
radar contact, maintain 6,000 and turn right heading 320.
Heading 320.
Do what I refer to as a cruise climb. I start shallowing up
the traffic 10 to 11 o'clock and 5 miles southbound. Southwest going 737, 4,000 for 6,000.
All right, we're looking 3 Delta Delta. Just calling out this traffic. Oh.
Say Mike Delta, center maintain 2,500 Stanford Airport,
he's stopping
12
at 6,
about 8 miles.
So we'll be looking for him.
Say Mike Golf, 5 for cancellation.
In other words, my climb check says 136.
Traffic 5 miles north of the field and south of the field. Both altitudes are about 2,800.
Throttle 25 inches, prop 25. MCP 2,700, which is maximum continuous power.
Verify altitude leaving.
12,000 climbing out of 5.
The only reason you need that is if you've got obstructions to clear. Prop sync on, mixture to the blue marker, cowl
1,800
flaps
feet.
as required, fuel pumps as required, yaw damp on, lights off.
Charlie, advise your landing area in sight.
So my flow to complete this checklist is after takeoff. Like I said, I rotate about 90. Where's that traffic? We're going to be looking for. See him southwest. We'll see if we can get a picture of him. If it's going to come out. Ooh. I hope it does. That's a good picture with the tail all lit up nice. Sun hitting it. And traffic's in sight for 3 Delta Delta.
Okay, 4 miles southbound, Boeing 737, 6,000. They're going to start their climb now. Southwest 1308, traffic is no factor. Climb and maintain 17,000, 17,000.
Anyways, back to my climb, right after I rotate it.
1062, clear direct Oxford is on the Oxford to departure.
Positive rate, gear comes up, lights go off because my hand's right here near it, and this is pretty much all Beechcraft, King Airs, Barons, Bonanzas, they're all kind of laid out the same, so I go gear up, lights off,
2,000, leaving 3,000.
Unless you need the lights, typically you don't need the lights, you're just visibility while you're on the runway.
KTAR, just verify that's flight, we're 719.
Flight, we're 719, affirmative.
And then I hit the yaw down.
Sailing 762, clear direct Oxford.
Once I'm at a safe altitude, and it all depends on the runway you're using, what airport you're departing from. But as soon as you're at a safe altitude, we're shallowing our climb out. Because initially down low at blue line, we're doing 1,500 foot a minute. And it's not real comfortable for passengers. So as soon as I get high enough, like I say, altitude, either pattern altitude, 3,000 feet, whatever it is, whatever, depending on the circumstances.
Jet link 762,
Start shallowing our climb out. I'm shooting for about 700 foot a minute. So I hit,
Southwest 13 is ready, contact
right after I
Washington
do,
Center 135.3, good day.
gear up, lights off, yaw damp on.
Twin Cessna 0, Zulu Papa,
Setting my power to the
4,000.
to the CN marker, which is,
The Archer calling in, looking
and
for
then I
flight
would
following, say
pull
again.
my propeller control back
Archer
to
9 Papa, Alpine, right base,
2490,
runway 23 left.
2490, then back up to 25.
Right base 23 left, 9 Alpha.
Archer 9
Sets our fuel flow into a cruise climb configuration, just like on the checklist.
745, 9 Alpha.
And then I lean the mixture to those markers. And then about the time I'm done with that, I come back and hit vertical speed, go down, 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 because it's probably around 1,400 foot, like I said. So I'll shallow it down to about 700 foot a minute. And then as soon as I'm at, say, 3,000 feet, I start shallowing it to 500 foot a minute.
Flywork 719, contact Washington
Plus
Center
I'm by myself and I'm trying to hurry up and get into a good tailwind. We've got a good tailwind going this way.
Twin Cessna 0, Zulu Papa, traffic 9 o'clock and 3 miles.
And that's it for the climb check. The cruise check is throttle, props, mixture, pumps off.
3 Delta Delta, traffic no factor, contact Seymour Johnson, approach 123.7.
23.7, 3 Delta Delta, good day.
And the Archer calling in, looking for flight.
Seymour approach, bearing 683 Delta Delta, 7,000.
And 683 Delta Delta, Seymour approach, altimeter 3019 under.
3019, 3 Delta Delta. Gonna lose a little speed. 3019, alright. So it's throttles, you'd pull them back, but if we're at an altitude like right now, we're going wide open because our manifold pressure is below 25 inches. Props, we've already set it when we were climbing, so I really don't have to touch the props because we pretty much go 2,500 RPM. There's other power settings you could use, but we just use 2,500 RPM. Mixtures are set to the, originally would be on that little red marker, but then I'm going to look up on my little cruise power settings as opposed to using the lean assist in the G1000. I just look them up on this chart based on its plus 8 degrees, 8 above standard. I would compare the two charts, standard versus plus 20, and interpolate between the two. We're at 7,000, so I'd have to interpolate between 6 and 8. I did that. That's 13, 13 and a half, so about 13.7. So I got it set about 13.7. Fuel pumps off, they were off. I would only turn them on if it's above 90 degrees. Cow flaps are closed. Engine instruments are just saying everything's good. De-ice equipment not required. And oxygen we don't have. That's it. I mean, it's a nice little flow. There's very few items. I mean, it seems like there's a lot, but really not a lot to check. That's it for now. I'm going to stop you guys until we get down there. Oh, hang on. Hey, welcome back. We're coming up on our top of descent. As for lower. Any chance lower for 683 Delta Delta?
Check again, 3 Delta Delta.
Yeah, just wondering if we get lower.
3 Delta Delta, contact Cherry Point approach 119.35, and you can request lower with them.
Okay, 1935, 3 Delta Delta, good day. I kind of figured, but anyways. Cherry Point approach, bearing 683 Delta Delta, 7,000, looking for lower.
Yeah, November 683 Delta Delta, Cherry Point approach, Cherry Point altimeter is 3022, expect visual approach to Moorhead.
3022, 3 Delta Delta.
And 3 Delta Delta, you expect lower in about 5 miles.
3 Delta Delta, thank you. Alright, so our descent checklist, back to the checklist. Power as required, mixture rich in, cow flaps keep closed, ATIS AWAS obtained, altimeter set, PFD and standby, oxygen, defroster, de-ice, engine flight instruments. So basically, if it's smooth and I'm going to descend wide open throttle, what I like to do is I've got my power set for 7,000. So if I was going to descend down to 5 or 3, I would look up my new power setting for 5. 5 would be 15, 13, so about 14.9. So about 14.9. So I would just wait till I got close and then richen it. 14.
November 3 Delta Delta, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 3 Delta Delta. Look here, we're going to look 4,000. I'm going to set vertical speed. We're going to go down 500 foot a minute. If I look up 4,000, 4,000 is 15.2. Interpolate between these two. 15.2 and 14.5. About 14.9. 14.9. So about as I get close, I'll go 14.9.
Grab 60 conflighting 030 vectors.
If I get about halfway, I can go halfway between 13.8 and 14.9. So about 14.2 or something when I get. I hope that makes sense. I'm just gradually enriching the mixture as I go down. I'm going downhill, so I'm not really lugging the engine, so I'm not in danger of detonating. It's not really critical that I richen it, but I do want to richen it before I get all the way down there. Or it will be on the very lean side. Peak might run a little rough. So. And then our pre-landing checklist is landing light on, autopilot off, air conditioner off, yaw damp off, prop sync off. And then the gumps check, gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, flaps, seatbelts. And this airplane.
November 3 Delta Delta, contact airport arrival on 132.57.
3257, 3 Delta Delta. Cherry Point arrival, bearing 683 Delta Delta, 6.2, descending 4,000.
November 683 Delta Delta, Cherry Point arrival, have you loud and clear?
Alright, so now I'm coming through 6,000, so I'm going to richen it up just a little. Kind of gradually easing it up as we get down lower and lower. Back to my before landing checklist, though, the gumps check and all that, which you're familiar with. I'm sure you're familiar with. In this airplane, sometime inside the final approach fix, I'll have my gear down, flaps to approach. My little flow before landing checklist, instead of saying gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, because gas, we don't do anything in this airplane unless something's abnormal. We're going to have both tanks on pointed to their respective tank to the left engine. Fuel pumps are not ran. All things considered, everything's normal. There is no gas to check, really. Undercarriage is your gear. Mixture, we're going to richen. Props, I do not push forward unless we're going into a real short field. In the event of a go-around, I don't even need to push them forward. I can just pull in the power. It'll climb great at 2,500 RPM. This one, the go-around, after landing check, the go-around, start pulling my power back so we get bumpy.
Cherry Point arrival, crossbow 81 is at 2,500.
Go around, it says full power, 95 knots indicated, positive rate, flaps up, gear up, cow flaps open. This one, I really don't care for this type of go around procedure. What I would do is go full power, obviously, full power. If we had full flaps and the gear's hanging down, everything's down, right? We're going to do a go around. We're going to hit the go around button, come in full throttle. That will pull my V-bars up to a normal pitch attitude as I go around. Flaps go to approach, so it's throttle, flaps to approach. Then as you get a positive rate, gear comes up. Cow flaps will open.
November 3 Delta Delta, traffic 1 o'clock, 10 miles is a V22, VFR 2,500. Appears eastbound, but doesn't go southeastbound.
Alright, we'll be looking 3 Delta Delta. He's way down. He's 2,500 feet, so shouldn't be a factor. Go back to the go-around.
Crossbow 81.
Go-around button, full throttle. Flaps to approach.
Negative, crossbow 81.
Positive rate. You're pitching the V-bars. When you get a positive rate, gear comes up.
Roger, sir.
Cow flaps come open. So you're just doing kind of a nice flow. And then you're holding off on flaps. We're going to leave approach flaps until we're at a safe altitude. There's no rush. We climb all the way up to 3,000 feet with the flaps. Don't be rushing, because you'll sink if you get them up. If you get all the flaps up, you're going to sink like a rock. Then we come back to that. And then we would adjust our power as needed. So obviously you don't need to be screaming. Especially if you only went down to the MDA, you're going missed, you're 200 feet. They're not in danger of hitting the ground. That's my thoughts anyways. And then you go back to checklist. Make sure you did everything. My before landing check on this airplane, or the Bonanzas, bearings, gears, all the lights and gear and flaps are all kind of in the same location. We go 3 green, no red, lights are on, mixture's rich, or either approach or full, depending on what phase. If we're short final, it's going to be full. And then all we have left is the yaw damp to get off. That's not even really a critical item, you just want it off for landing, but raise our power back a little more. Notice I got bumpy. What's that 22.8 in here for Unicom? Now, since I got my power pulled back, you don't really know where to set the mixture, so I'm just going to kind of scotch it up. I'm going to watch my fuel flows and go up maybe a gallon per hour or more from where it's at, you know, something like that, maybe 13. It's kind of ballpark. Eventually, once I get down below 3,000, I could be full rich. So.
November 3 Delta Delta, maintain 3,000 for now.
3,000, 3 Delta Delta. Alright, well, he's down to 3,000. Always bumpy right here near this little lake. The most difficult thing, I don't say difficult, but this thing that requires attention in this airplane, since we've got it re-engined, this thing seems to have a lot more power than we didn't even realize we were lacking that much power. It's really difficult to slow down without pulling the power back too much. I don't want to pull it back out of the green, so keep it above 15 inches or 16, right around 16, whatever, just to keep the horn from going off too. If I pull it back to 16 inches and I'm level, it's sometimes difficult to slow to 152. 152 is my gear and flat speed. Like right now, I got it pulled back to 19 inches per side, and we're doing 180 knots. We're going downhill.
Traffic currently 12 o'clock.
When I level off,
Type unknown not to communicate 800
it won't slow to 152, even though I'd like it to.
A1 searching.
You don't really want to pull your power back too much because then you're in danger of shot cooling the engine. That was 2 to go.
Crossbow 81, radio services terminated, cross maintain VFR, frequency change approved.
And Crossbow 81, copy, we have a KMRH in sight. We're going to keep our beacon code so we can have flight following when we return with you here in about 1 hour.
Hey, MRH. What's that K? Say no to kilo.
Crossbow 81, we'll just give you a new beacon code because your current one might fall out. So just call us up, whether you're in the air or on the ground on 125. It's 12565 on the air, on the ground out there, and we'll just give you a new one.
Copy, all clock 1200, and we're switching. We have KMRH in sight.
Checkpoint arrival, Crossbow 51, with you 2500, headed towards the beach line southeast and out to the Alpha.
Crossbow 51, checkpoint over. I'm clear and confirm you're looking to work the coast and then go to the Alpha.
All right, we're going to proceed direct coast this time around Cape Lookout and then into the Alpha.
Roger.
Cherry Point bearing 683 Delta has Beaufort in sight. We can cancel IFR.
November 683 Delta Delta, roger. We got the traffic on 5 miles to the west of the field. The V22 altitude indicates 1,100 unverified. IFR cancellation received. Radar services terminates. Clock maintained. VFR frequency change approved. Good day, sir.
Okay, 3 Delta Delta. Have a good day. All right, he said a lot.
Helicopter 2 Foxtrot Sierra, 6 miles southwest, heading northeastbound, 1,500 Plymouth.
Oh, there's my gear horn. Sorry.
Over traffic, Crossville 81 is a single Victor 22 in the right downwind for a right base runway 26 at Beaufort. Any traffic, please advise.
And Beaufort traffic, bearing 683 Delta Delta is about 10 miles to the northwest, inbound for landing, Beaufort.
Big Greenville traffic, helicopter East Airport, flipping off of Life Medical Center, departing out to the west, Big Greenville.
Big Greenville traffic, East Gear 5, medical helicopter 10 miles southwest, 900 inbound, Vidant Medical Center. Big Greenville traffic.
Gotta watch out for these crossbow guys. I guess that's him right there.
Beaufort traffic, Crossville 81 is a single Victor 22 in the right base, runway 26. Beaufort traffic.
And Beaufort traffic, 3 Delta Delta is about 5 to the northwest, inbound for landing. We're going to set up for downwind for runway 21, Beaufort.
And copy all, will be clear of your inbound landing on 21, midfield 26.
Little loop-de-loo here to lose a little altitude. A little scenic shot of Atlantic Beach, banks. And Beaufort traffic, 3 Delta Delta on a 45 for the right downwind runway 21, Beaufort. Go ahead and go mixture rich. I'm still doing 164. I lose some speed. Shallowed out to 200 foot a minute. On 160. I pull back. Oops, see, there goes the horn. If I pull it back just a little bit more. We're going to shout level off at 13 just to get my speed down. Alright, we're a couple more knots. We're slowing, slowing, slowing. And Beaufort traffic, bearing 3 Delta Delta, turning right base, runway 21, Beaufort. Alright, bearing 683 Delta's turning final, runway 21, Beaufort. Lights on, mixture's rich, flaps are approach. So 3 green, no red, lights are on, mixture's rich, flaps are approach. So we've got full flaps and yaw damp to go. Speed is good, power's good. Prop sync is off. There's the glide path. We'll go ahead and get full flaps. And nose it over. Everything's done except for the yaw.
Over traffic, Scott, 5 Juliet Sierra is currently 1,500 over Fort Macon. I'll be proceeding to a right downwind runway 21 for touch and goes over traffic.
Okay, Beaufort traffic, 3 Delta's on final, runway 21, Beaufort. Got wind, a little wind from the right. Speed is good, we're about 106, it's a little bit above blue line.
Beaufort traffic, Crossbow 81 is a single Victor 22 on a runway 26. We're going to be lifting momentarily, making a right traffic for pattern work.
Alright.
Runway 26.
You guys see
traffic,
that?
I copy that you're going to be coming in doing runway 21 touch and goes. Which traffic, are you going to go left traffic, I'm assuming? I can switch over to runway 26 if you want, Crossbow, if that makes it easier. What's your normal pattern time to get around the pattern there? It doesn't matter to me, whichever one you prefer. We can make it work if you want to do 2-1. Yeah, we'll try to stick with 2-1, and after this, we'll be right downwind, right traffic for that pattern. Thanks.
See the Osprey out there on the right, on the runway 26? And 3 Delta short final, 2-1. Alright, y'all damps away.
Copy. And Crossbow from Skyhawk to 5 Juliet Sierra. I'm crossing the departure into runway 26 right now, 1,000. And Crossbow 81 has you inside.
Alright, we're going to roll to the end. Alright, thanks for watching. Next one, we're going to stop it.